Hi, I'm Erika. Welcome to my video this week. I am coming to you from a voiceover. This week I wanted to do a time lapse of a painting I've been thinking about doing for a while. It actually turned into two different paintings. So here I am just painting over my original painting that you can see a time lapse of in another video that I will link here. I wasn't thrilled with how it turned out. I know a lot of people really enjoyed it. I was not a fan of the colors that I ended up using and wanted to reuse the canvas. Because canvases are pretty expensive, I just decided to paint over it versus keeping it in storage. I'm just painting over it with a wall paint that I had a sample size of. It's just a teal that I originally wanted as the background image. Here I am. I did a couple things, but the video wasn't being recorded on my camera, so you've obviously missed it. Don't worry though. This painting was not turning out how I wanted. You can tell by the look on my face and the fact that things kept changing on it. I was not a fan. I pulled out the chair that Martin was sitting on without checking on him, and he had run off, so I went to go get him. Here I am painting over the entire thing once again with a different color. I decided to go dark blue this time just because it was a bit more of something that I was interested in and an idea that I had going forward. Painting over paintings is fun, let me tell you. Okay, so once that dried later that night, you can also see here that there's now two bookcases behind me. A friend came over and helped me move one of them. I'm just trying to find something that was a big enough circle that I wanted to trace, and I ended up going with a large size plate. Here I am using my pencil crayons to trace the outline of the inner part of the painting. Always use pencil crayons, don't use graphite. Graphite will bleed through your paint versus a pencil crayon will stay hidden. I also needed to use the flashlight on my phone because I couldn't actually see the pencil crayon after I drew it. Just picking out the colors and putting away some of the other ones that I don't need anymore. I did a couple small touch-ups for the background paint where the original painting was still showing through. One of the original paintings. I'm probably watching Scream Queens. I've been watching that most of this weekend. Here I am just mixing up the color for the first thing. I mixed a bunch of white with a little bit of yellow. And now I'm just outlining it in, I guess I can tell you, it's a moon. So I'm just painting in the original moon size with the mostly white and a tiny bit of yellow. Now I'm using a rose pink color and I'm just outlining part of a mountain here so that I can fill it in easily with a bit of a larger brush. Also calling the cat because he was crying a lot and being super needy. I'm talking to the cat. There's literally no one else in my apartment. So I'm just filling in the little space that I had outlined with the pink. All of these paints are acrylic. And then I went in with the black around the moon first instead of doing the rose pink on that side. One of the things I was taught was to always do things further away first, so I wanted to fill in that as it was a little bit further away than the pink would have been. And I just went around most of the painting with my phone flashlight to help me find the pencil crayon markings that I could not quite find, and a thin brush to outline them. Oh, Martin came to say hello, so I had to take a little break there to pet him. Just continued using a thin brush to thinly outline where I was painting. And then I took a bit of a larger brush to fill in the rest of the space because there was quite a lot of pink. And now I'm just outlining the black part on this side around the pink so that I can get a nice edge. And a bit more Martin time. And here I am just filling in the rest of the black. Okay, so this is the next day. I had decided that the moon was definitely not large enough. So here I am just trying to find either a compass or something that's a large circle. This is me texting my friends down the hall to see if either of them have a compass. Neither of them did. It was great. So I'm just using a kitchen tray to find out if that's the right size, but it didn't seem much larger than the one that I had already drawn. So just texting and trying to find somebody that could help me. This is the top of a stool that I keep my crochet in, and it was much larger. So just trying to find out if that is the right size that I want, but still hoping to get a compass. I also put all my paints on the bookcase behind me. Okay, so I ended up putting the painting up and taking a picture of it. I sent it to my mom, my best friend down the hall, to try and see if they thought the moon was a decent size. Only my friend down the hall told me that it would look nicer if it was larger. So I went out and I got a compass. Here's me trying to find a yellow pencil. I traced out using the compass as large as it would go, and wasn't happy. Didn't think it was big enough, so I brought the stool lid back in. Here I am just erasing part of the yellow line, and then I'm going to trace the stool. And I made some more paint using the white, the yellow, and this time I also included a tiny bit of orange to give it a little tinge of a harvest moon. So I'm just mixing it up. I went in and I touched up a bit more spots of the background color that I could still see some things shining through. And then I got out my fine tip black pens. This is me just going through my old sketchbook, trying to find a blank page. And I had, oh yeah, Martin was super needy. Some more Martin time. I put him on the chair beside me. Then I just used each of the black markers that I had to outline, to draw a line to find which one I wanted. And then I used one to outline the mountain, just to give it a bit more of a depth. Here I'm also watching a friend on Twitch, so I was messaging in her chat. And I'm still watching Scream Queens, which I am done now. Of course, while outlining the mountain, I decided to do some touch-ups with the pink. I did touch-ups of the entire pink area with the tiniest brush I own. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't switch to a larger brush. Okay. Let that dry of looking dead. Here it is on the wall. I did go back with a different black pen and outlined everything after the pink had dried.